Yo, you listening? Are you tired of the same clout-chasing gatekeepers, the same sports media, podcast, and radio with recycled takes and no context?
That's where sports comes in. See, we're different. We give you culturally concise commentary, concepts of culture, in-depth NFL analysis. So get ready and prepare yourself for the tangents.
Listen in.
I had to remind Kenny of the mission statement.
Yeah.
Oh, good people. Thursday night spot for NFL takes, topical tangents, 30 minutes late. Touchdowns and tangents. I'm Pete D. Ken Rio.
I'm Kenneth Frank James.
This motherfucker
Barry.
forgot his name. He forgot his goddamn name.
I was about to say Kenneth Frank James.
God damn it.
Huey Newton the third.
God damn
Barry.
it. Your grandpa just woke up from his death sleep apnea like, what?
He wasn't a mouth breather.
I don't know, man. So where'd you get that then from?
Being fat. And my dad. Where did you think you came from? My granddad was a light sleeper. He fucking escaped the South. Yeah, he had time for a deep sleep. The only time my granddad did deep sleep was probably when he died, sadly.
All right.
Shout out to my grandpa, though.
But yeah, man.
Salute Frank. James Barry.
Speaking of which,
Fuck DJ Khaled, by the way.
RIP AFL NFL legend Len Dawson passed away this week, died this week.
9-time All-Pro? Led
Something
the
like
league
that.
completion percentage like 7 straight years.
He went to Alabama, right?
I don't remember. But I know that played for like 3 NFL teams, Kansas City obviously being the most notable. And, won a championship. 87 years old, hell of a life, and he was like the host of like Inside the NFL for like 13, 20 some years. I'm forgetting the numbers right now because I don't have it in front of me, but the man was a legend in broadcasting and on the field. And an iconic photo of him smoking a stogie in the locker room. Halftime of the championship game is some iconic shit. And he's the all-time leading passer in Chiefs history. So there's that.
That's not saying a lot, but yeah.
I mean, Mahomes is going to shatter all those records, but
I mean, how many great QBs have the Chiefs had?
a lot actually.
Like
Trent Green,
washed,
Joe Montana.
washed.
Trent Green was a Pro Bowler with
He was
Chiefs.
washed when he got there,
He was a Pro Bowler,
but he was washed when
but
he
he was
got
a Pro
there.
Bowler,
But he was washed.
but
when
he was a
got
Pro
there.
Bowler.
He was like the equivalent to Aaron Rodgers going to the Chiefs right now.
That's a bad comparison. 'Cause
I'm
was
just
never
saying
that
he was
good.
on the downturn.
He was never that good.
But what I'm saying is he was on the downturn of his career.
Trent Green was a beast. He was easily a 90 overall in Madden.
Yeah, but he also
93,
lost
arguably.
he also lost his job to a grocery bagger. So there's
Matt
that.
Castle?
Kurt Warner.
Okay, but then he became a Pro Bowler in Kansas City. So, shit happens.
I'm just saying he was on the downturn of his
Joe
career.
Montana was great in Kansas City.
Downturn of his career.
Alex Smith was great in Kansas City.
Downturn of his career.
Patrick Mahomes was great in Kansas City. Yeah, shut your ass up.
I mean, yeah, I didn't say anything about Patrick Mahomes. I'm
Len
just
Dawson.
saying. You saying he's the best quarterback in history is like, yeah.
They've had a lot of quarterbacks, man.
It's like saying Tyreek Hill is one of the best Chiefs receivers in Chiefs history.
That's actually kind of disrespectful because it's partially true.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
The Chiefs haven't had a lot of great
That's
offensive
fucked
players.
up. Like,
Not running back and not offensive
and
line.
we just no, they've had a lot of running backs. Actually.
That's what I mean. They've had a lot of running backs and a lot of offensive line, but quarterbacks and receivers, not so much.
They come and go.
Pretty much.
Tight ends, if you really only had 2 that you remember.
I mean, Yeah, but those two are like a decade and a half.
Hall of
Solid
Famers.
20 years.
Yeah, that is true.
All right. Other stuff that we got to talk about.
Let's talk about it.
Your guy, Tyron Smith, tore his hamstring. Might miss the whole season, but at least a couple of months.
And it's fucked up because he tore his hamstring from the back of his knee.
I feel bad because,
That tendon, just ouch. Just ouch.
of course, on my fantasy group chats, we're already talking shit like, oh, here comes Pete's excuse for why Zeke is going to be bad this year.
Because they lost our 8-time Pro Bowl left tackle.
Yeah, like, that's not a big deal.
The Hall of Fame left tackle.
Well, but the other thing is he hasn't played a full season since like 2015. So,
And he's missed 20 games the last 2 years.
so they should already have a contingency plan in place.
They got Tyler Smith, the first-round pick, but he's playing left guard. And then they got Sante Collins out of TCU and some other guys that they got mixed in. Smith should be all right, though, out of Tulsa. It's going to take him some time.
But yeah, man, I think the Eagles, their lead in that division just keeps getting bigger.
Yeah, because who's blocking Jordan Davis? Cam Jurgens got killed in that one rep, but Cam Jurgens is a pretty good center. He's pretty athletic. It's just he got killed in that rep. Like,
Nah, I'm just immature.
I know you are. You just smirked because I said Jurgens. Nebraska.
Yeah, and I had
Nebraska
him on.
co-ed.
I had him on my
Jurgens.
championship-winning Raiders franchise team. You know, the team that
Hey, fuck
whooped your
you.
ass in the Super Bowl
Hey,
and
fuck
in the
you.
preseason.
Hey, fuck you, all right, buddy?
Just saying.
I don't even play Madden like that. Fuck you.
And my starting center went out, so he actually got PT.
Hey, fuck you, bro. All right? Had to trade for an all-pro defensive line just to beat me, but calm down. Because your defense wasn't shit. Who you drafted and who you won a Super Bowl with, your roster looks totally different. My shit is the same, except
No, it
like
wasn't.
two people.
No, you changed a bunch of people. Shut
Two
your,
people.
Shut
Two people.
your ass
Two
up.
people. Two
No one told
fucking
you.
people.
No one told you to spend second-round picks on trading for a backup quarterback.
I really
all
shouldn't
right?
have done that. That was definitely a
All right.
mistake.
All right.
I should have been stopped. That was definitely a mistake. I don't regret that.
And
Deshaun
nobody
Watson.
told you to give up Calais Campbell and totally reshift your whole defense. You made that executive decision.
That was actually another bad choice. That's one I regret. I could have just kept that second-round pick and probably got Derwin
What was
James.
crazy was that
Moved him to outside
What was
linebacker.
crazy was that neither of our teams had any Pro Bowl players. Like that was
And-
pretty blasphemous.
And like I had 3 1,000-yard receivers. That shit was sick. That shit was fucking sick. And then when it comes time to play in the game, I can't run the ball at all. I was like, this is bullshit. Over you, Madden.
Welcome to Aaron Jones. This is real life.
No, he can run the ball. He gets 5 yards a pop.
Yeah, when they give him the ball,
And is catching. Like, I'm just like, yo.
you
what-
didn't hand off the ball at all, bro.
I did hand off the ball. And it's like, wow, this line is just not doing it today. Okay. Thanks, guys.
All right. Other news from the week: Bengals safety Jessie Bates III signed his franchise tender and returned to the Bengals after a holdout. And he's pretty much the biggest potential
He's
trade
the
piece
best player on their defense.
that is pulled off the market now.
He's not a trade piece, bro. You got to pay him.
I know, but I'm just saying, like he was like really the only like big name that you could have traded for if you wanted to.
They were never going to let him go.
Yeah, but he wanted to go.
I think.
God
most
damn
of-
it!
All
Stop
these.
playing with your fucking gums.
What are you talking about? All these dudes. I was clicking something. No, I was clicking something in my hand. Okay, that sounds disturbing. That sounds nasty. Can you stop doing that, please?
That's what you were doing.
Nah, bro. It sounds like you were sucking
That's what
dick.
you were.
That sounds horrible.
Wow.
That
Pause.
literally sounds horrible.
Pause.
Like, you've been watching
Pause.
too much. You've been listening to too much ASMR, like the massage version,
Yeah, bro. We can't have this ASMR joke combo on there.
because it's like you're too childish for it. ASMR one time, you're like, oh god.
Hey, shout out to
It's actually really.
Hey, shout out to
soothing.
rappers who are Uber drivers, and shout out to journalists who do ASMR content.
For the look? Is it for the look? Or it's to pad your resume?
For the side gig. Side hustle.
I hope it's worth the side money.
Yeah, man,
Journalists are just doing ASMR about how shitty their lives are. Can we do that?
Ate ramen today.
With no hot water, though. I lost the salt packet. I had to use that for my coffee. I had to spice up my coffee.
Hey.
Now I need a bidet and a new toilet.
Former Seahawks linebacker Shaquem Griffin retired after 4 years. Takes a role with the NFL Legends community.
Has the fastest 40 time ever for a linebacker. I think it's like 4.36 or 7.
First player ever selected
Might be
with one
4.38.
hand.
Yep.
Should they have just played him at safety?
Nah. He's a linebacker. Scary thing is if he had two hands, he probably would have been a first round pick easy.
For sure.
Because he wasn't bad. Like, he was a really good pass rusher for UCF. And it's crazy to think that he ran the same exact 40 time as his brother, who's a cornerback.
They
Twins.
Yeah.
He ran the same exact 40 time. That shit's unheard of.
All right. Former Brown center and NFLPA president J.C. Tretter retires after 9 seasons in the NFL. He's only been in the league 9 years.
Yep. Started
Seems
out
a
with
lot
the
longer than
Packers.
that.
He was a tackle in college.
Seems a lot longer than that.
He ended up with the. I feel like anybody who's the NFLPA president gets blackballed out the league on the way out. Because the Browns lost both their starting centers.
I mean, the Browns could have used him.
The Browns, Nick Harris tore his
Someone else said
ACL.
the Buccaneers could have used him too.
Yeah, like he could have kept playing. I don't understand. Like he could have went back to
Center's a
Cleveland.
hard position, bro.
Yeah, not really respected one either.
Yeah.
Kind of tired of that shit. Like people think tackle's the hardest. No, it's center. Because hey, you don't have to block Jordan Davis. I remember one time in high school, I was injured, so I didn't get to play the game. But this dude, I went to middle school. His name was Gabari. He went to Morningside High. This motherfucker was 420 pounds in the 7th grade.
Jesus.
So when he got to high school, the nigga was really like 500, but they said on the scouting report, he told me we were walking up to the field. He said he was 480. I was like, you lying motherfucker.
We had a dude.
You're 500 pounds, dog.
We had a dude who was
Our
like,
starting center, thankfully, he was nice, but like our guard was like a 5'2" Mexican kid. Like, come on, man.
we had
This
a
isn't
dude
fair.
who was like 5'8" and he was like 400 pounds. We called him Double D. His name was Dominic DeCastro. But
Related to the Castro brother who went to Stanford and is now transferred? Now
nah, I don't
retired?
think so. But like that dude was like a little bowling ball. Like he was hard as fuck to block. Nobody wanted to, especially
Because you're 400 pounds.
especially not in one-on-one pass rush with no pads. Like he had to get custom pads and like he had bad grades and his conditioning was out of whack. So he ended up not
His life was out of order.
panning out. But then he lost like a bunch of weight.
Good for
like
him.
in like 2 years.
Good for him.
And like his senior year, he tried to come back, and he was just strong as fuck, bro. Like
You lose.
he was like ridiculously strong, and we were like, "What the fuck, man?" And he didn't even like lift weights like that. But when you're that big,
He's like,
you got to be that strong, just moving around, man.
he was clanking like 300 on bench easy.
yeah,
As a
yeah,
warm-up?
he was. Yeah, he really was.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, it was wild.
It always made me mad that my grown man strength hit after high school. So when I stopped playing football, and
Yeah, but
I had
like
homies telling
23
me
to
they
like
shoulda-
26, bro. Woof. Like you could just lift one day and you just immediately see the gains.
like when I was
Testosterone was popping.
no, bro, when I was 20, my grown man strength kicked in, and then it just like it peaked around like 24, 25. Because I remember at one point in season I was like 270 and yakking up 3 plates easy. Then now like I just have like grown man strength all the time, but like the recovery takes a little bit longer. But it's like it's kind of funny because it's like if I'd have known what I knew now, I would have kept playing football. I'd have given it one more shot, even with the bum ankle. Like I ended up losing a bunch of weight after high school. Like, I lost like 20 pounds, just running and doing cardio and walking all over Hawthorne. From like Hawthorne High to like Elko. I was just walking. Just for the hell of it. Just walking. I was like, I'm saving money and I'm also burning a lot of calories. Yay. I hate this. I hate every fucking second of this. Yeah, but it's funny, like, then when I started lifting heavy, it was like, oh shit. Damn, should have kept playing. Coaches were like, we told you. I was like, hey man, I was going through shit. Like, I couldn't afford. I remember the first day at work, because one of my coworkers, like, we played high school football together. It's kind of trippy. And one of my other coworkers was like, I heard you and such were like teammates. I'm like, yeah. It says you had a really bad ankle injury. I was like, yeah. Imagine like Marcus Lattimore's injury at South Carolina, but like just my ankle and my foot, not my knee. And she was like, when you have to compare your injury to Marcus Lattimore, it was probably really bad. I was like, yeah. And I still think like, shit, my body like recovered 2 years later. That a bitch? I could have gray shirted at Elko. The team was trash, like, at that point. It was before they got good again. But I was like, damn, I could have just did my little thug thizzle. I probably would have been benching, like, easy 400. I'd have, like, shattered all my high school records. And my high school records were pretty decent. But it's funny, like, how that shit works when you're lifting and you just realize, like, damn it. It's really, especially with linemen, it's all about timing. Because, I think it was, I don't know if it was Goster Childress. He was like a tackle out of Boston College. He became a first-round pick. I think the dude only played 1 year of varsity football. And then, like, went to college and then bulked up. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, that shit happens to people every day. Where it's like, even like J.J. Watt. You look at J.J. Watt now, he was a skinny-ass pencil in high school. Like playing wide receiver or tight end. It's like, oh shit, now you're a Hall of Fame defensive end. How the hell did that happen? Mostly like protein and, you know. I feel like there's a whole era of cats where there needs to be an asterisk. Like you drank muscle milk. Like you drank way too much muscle milk. Like your body doesn't produce any of that shit. That's why when you get injured, it's just like, yeah, you don't recover because you drank way too much muscle milk. And like dudes who get injured, like fat dudes, and they bounce back, like, you know, like linemen who lose like 100 pounds and then they get like super skinny or super fit, like Alan Faneca, who lost a shit ton of weight. It's like, oh damn, dude. Like either you were never, like even Joe Thomas, or Joe Thomas is a freak of nature because he had like a 6-pack at 320 pounds.
Yep,
that shit was weird. I was like, oh, that dude's built different. That dude's built totally different. Like, as a lineman,
his entire career. Did he make the playoffs once?
Nope. Nope. You when they went 10-6, and Brendan Edwards had like 16 touchdown catches. Nope. Never made the playoffs. Never sniffed it. Which, by the way, I'm just randomly bringing this up. I don't know why like Pac-Man Jones really hates Steve Smith Sr. He says he wasn't good. I was like, Pac-Man, you weren't good. Most of your career, you're a great punt returner, a decent cover corner, but you were never elite as a cover corner.
He'd probably be better in today's NFL with more nickel packages.
Bro, we're talking about Pac-Man before he got suspended by the league all those times. That Pac-Man was raw. But even then, he was never like a top 10 corner. He was just a great return man.
Oh, no,
but he straight up said Steve Smith Sr. is overrated and he wasn't good. And I'm like, huh? Now you just hating. You weren't that good of a corner with the Bengals. You were just there. You were consistent like 84 overall. If we going by Madden standards. Like, if we just have to put a number on it, he was an above average starter. But you can't tell me at any point in time, Adam Pac-Man Jones was a Hall of Fame corner. At any part of his career.
Definitely not.
So when he said that shit, I was like, I'm an athlete. I was like, bro, you really hating? I need to know I would love to just talk to Steve Smith Sr. and be like, so why all these cats hate you, man? How badly were you assaulting these DBs in practice? I need to know. Like, take Ken Lewis out. Like, he regretted that. I'm just talking about, like, just routing dudes up to the point where they just hate you in your career. Forever, ever.
Just forever hate you.
Like, because I remember him and Michael Irvin got into it, and I'm like, well, Michael, you played with nothing but Hall of Famers around you. Steve Smith didn't have that. And if you put Steve Smith on those Cowboy teams at 5'9", they were like, oh, you had to get a bunch. I was like, first off, because Irvin was like, I got injured. And he was like, well, I got injured too.
Who was the 88 before Michael Irvin? I think that's his name. No, the Hall of Famer dude with the first Cowboys franchise. The first Cowboys dynasty.
It's not Drew Pearson. I can't remember his name.
What's that dude's? It might be Drew Pearson.
I'm pretty sure it's Drew Pearson. He got an afro.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, he's got the Hall of Fame.
This dude is a Hall of Famer. He went undrafted.
Might have been Drew Pearson.
I don't know.
Yeah, that mic is weird, bro.
I think it's the cord. Cord is going out. Some shit.
Damn. Get the warranty on the cords, everybody. All right. But yeah. So rookie punter Matt Arazia, a.k.a. the punt god. Story came out in the LA Times where he's being accused of gang rape, by a then 17-year-old who apparently was like, she was a senior. She wasn't attending San Diego State, right? She was a high school senior?
Yeah, she was a high school senior.
Yeah, and apparently like they were...
Or she might have been like a junior going into her senior year or something like that.
Allegedly, they were like at a party having sex outside, and then they brought her back inside, and then all had sex with her. Still ongoing story. One of the dudes who was involved isn't even at San Diego State anymore. They didn't even like try to like pursue the issue when he was in college, because like he was having a record year and the team was having a record season. A lot of different reasons. But then some people are saying, dead on witnesses, like, that's a lie. This is literally just a shakedown because he got drafted. And that happens too. So we don't have really an opinion one way or another.
And he won the starting job with the Bills.
Yes, they cut Matt Hack. Kicked the ball like 82 yards or some shit in the preseason.
Wow.
He punted the ball 82 yards. The Raiders should have drafted him. I'm just saying.
I like Cole. What's wrong with him?
Nah, I wanted Rousey. Like, if this situation pans out, like, because I didn't know about this until today. Like, this just popped up today. But, like, let's say turns out it is a shakedown and he didn't do anything. Yeah, he was by far and away the best, like, punter / kicker in the country. And it wasn't close.
The Raiders always have to have the best punter.
And they don't have the best punter. Crazy that all those punters who like got drafted ran like 4.6s and shit. And 4.7s and super athletic. The Ravens punter.
Shout out to Marquette King.
Marquette King definitely got shafted. But all right, on to college football. Nick Saban got an 8-year, $93.6 million contract extension at Alabama.
That seems cheap for him.
It really does. He pretty much owns the state of Alabama at this point. His children, if he has, I don't think he has kids. I don't know if he does. What if he did?
He does.
What if he does? They could literally live off it, eat off that name in Alabama forever. Like, state employee, most powerful person in the state of Alabama, which is saying a lot. And he did that for them. So, paying whatever he's worth. Like, he's the standard. So he's like the what's the name I'm looking for? He is the John Wooden of football coaches. Arguably, yeah, outside of John Wooden, he might be the greatest college head coach ever. South Carolina's legal team advised the Gamecocks to change their mascot name. Since it expired, they're no longer going to go with the Gamecocks. For right now, they're going to be called Sir Big Spir. Their Twitter account. Yeah, until they have a replacement. Potential names are Cluck Norris.
Wait,
Marco
are these fucking serious?
Yes. I'll pull up the story for you in a second. After I read the shit. Cluck Norris. Marco Pollo. Are you ready for the last one?
Bro, white people definitely made these shits up.
Cock Commander.
What the fuck? Wait, what was wrong with Gamecocks?
I think it expired, so they can't use it no more. Go back to the story. Because I was like, Cock Commander? What is wrong with you? Like, who comes up with... Who sat down and thought this was a good idea? I need to know. Marco Pollo? That's racist as fuck. How many Mexicans are in South Carolina?
Fair.
Bless you. That's like such a reach. How did you not tear your fucking AC joint? But goodness. The live rooster is a mascot, and it's getting a name. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. Cock Commander is apparently is like the lead name.
Wow.
Sir Big Spir. That's the name of the rooster.
Did PETA make them change it?
Nah, but like it's pretty much
because of the cockfighting implications.
The former owners in dispute over like the name of it.
Interesting.
And it's like the fourth. No, VI is like what? What is Roman numeral V? 10?
B is 5, so that's 4.
Okay, so it's the 6th. Sir Big Spir, the 6th. So, passed away.
Well, the
I
I before means one less, so that's
no, but
4.
there's an I after it.
So yeah, that's 6.
I'm just so confused. Like, the new rooster, Sir Big Spir, the 6th, trying to come up with a new name. They want a new name for the live mascot. Oh, God, there's more names. Holy shit, there's more names. Are you ready for this?
No.
I already said Cock Commander, Cluck Norris, Coop, General, Cockadoodle Dude, Marco Pollo.
Cockadoodle Dude isn't that bad. Yeah. They should go with that.
Marco Pollo, Brewster, Captain Cluck, Kirk and Chicken, or McChicken Scratch.
McChicken Scratch.
Cock Commander is winning by a whopping 79%.
Cluckadoodle Doo's pretty good, though.
The adults in the room picked Cluckadoodle Doo.
Like the subs in the room.
They still call They still call South Carolina USC. Like, if y'all don't shut that shit up. It's a disagreement between the original owners, Mary Snelling and Rod Albertelli, and the new owners, Beth and Van Clark, over whether or not the animal's comb on its head should be trimmed. That's what all this stemmed from. They want to, like, the original rooster's trim. The original one had a trimmed rooster's comb. It made the bird look like a fighting gamecock. Want to keep the comb intact, though, citing the health benefits for the bird by doing that. So they changed the Twitter handle of the rooster simply to mascot. Yeah, the mascot's been used. The mascot name has been used since the pre-1980s.
So this is the most we're ever going to talk about South Carolina football
ever
on this podcast.
This is the most I'm ever going to say cock. For real. Or any iteration of it. This is fucking ridiculous.
All right, moving on.
That's some cousin fucking... Really?
Moving on.
Cock Commander. Unbelievable. Kendon Slovis. Named the starter at Pitt, quarterback transfer from USC. Once considered a first-round pick. I'm not really sold on him, though. He's going to be starter at Pitt. So we'll see how that goes. Northwestern and Nebraska are going to be playing in Ireland to kick off college football this Saturday. In Ireland. The worst part is, like, they won't be able to get drunk because it's a business trip. And the top 25 and All-American teams are all out. Talk about one of those in AP top 25?
Who?
Okay. Obviously, the first team, Alabama. Then Ohio State, second. Georgia, third. Clemson, fourth. Notre Dame, fifth. Texas A&M, sixth. Utah's ranked seventh. Michigan's ranked eighth. Oklahoma's ranked ninth. Baylor's ranked 10th, which is weird because Baylor won the Big Ten. Oregon, the Big 12. I don't know why. Okay, the Big 12 has 10 people. Fuck it. God damn it. Just college is stupid. Oh, yeah. Baylor's ranked 10th in the Big 12. Oregon's ranked 11th. Oklahoma State is ranked 12th. North Carolina State is ranked 13th. USC is ranked 14th. Michigan State is ranked 15th. Miami is ranked 16th. Pittsburgh is ranked 17th. Wisconsin is ranked 18th. Arkansas is ranked 19th. Kentucky is ranked 20th.
Arkansas is in the top 20 and Miami.
Yeah, they had a great year last year.
Kentucky, even though you ragtagged Arkansas right before they had a good year.
Yeah, because nobody thought they were going to be that good, bro. Nobody thought Traylon Burks was going to do that, what he did. But, yeah, anyway. Kentucky's ranked 20th. Will Tevis, who puts the mayonnaise in his fucking coffee, which is why I would never take you as a first-round pick. It's disgusting. It's a disgusting habit. And that's definitely some white people stuff. That might be worse than the South Carolina story. Putting mayonnaise in your coffee. Like globs of mayonnaise in your coffee.
Can you stop talking about it, please? It's giving me trauma.
It won't be the last time we hear about it.
It's giving me trauma.
Ole Miss is ranked 21st. That's the title. Crack. It's giving me trauma. I'm joking.
Kenny's finally starting his therapy, huh?
You sick. You sick, bro. Oh, my goodness. Wake Forest is ranked 22nd, but their quarterback isn't playing for undisclosed reasons. So, Sam Hartman, I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know how that's going to work. Cincinnati's ranked 23rd. Sorry. Houston is ranked 24th. BYU is ranked 25th.
Why is Cincinnati ranked so low?
Because they lost all their best players. By the way, Darian Beavers tore his ACL. So sad. Giants linebacker. I was rooting for him to have a great rookie year.
So then Cincinnati's just in the top 25 off of
what they did last year. Because they're losing like most of their offense. They lost their best receiver. They lost their quarterback, their best quarterback in school history. They lost their running back. They lost both their corners. They lost their middle linebacker. They lost a couple safeties. They lost some D
I thought they were
linemen.
deep, though.
I think they're good enough to like get the respect of being ranked 23rd, but they lost they lost their best senior class in school history, pretty much. So the fact that they're even ranked. Shocked Penn State isn't ranked. Texas ain't ranked. Per usual.
Per usual.
UCLA got two votes.
All right, first up, the viral video of the week of today. Aaron Donald, Rams defensive tackle.
Are you not entertained, Mr. I'm Spartacus?
Was leading a scuffle with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Or kerfuffle.
They were linked up at a scrimmage, joint practice, and pretty much Aaron Donald ended up at the end of a play with someone's helmet in his hand, and
2 helmets, 1 in each hand.
Sure enough, was just using the helmets to swing on everyone. So, take or tangent, Aaron Donald started to brawl with the Bengals.
I believe Aaron Donald started it. When you're that athletic, that strong, that fast, and you bullied their offensive line in the Super Bowl, Bro, D tackles are the meanest people on the field.
And kind of got away with.
He literally jumped off sides. He jumped off sides in the Super Bowl, and we didn't call it.
We talked about it off air.
On like what, third? It was third and goal.
But
he blatantly jumped off sides.
You know the offensive line that was there didn't forget, and you know the guys that they signed
came in aren't scared of him.
Yeah, and just like, yo, we weren't here last year. Fuck you.
Fuck that guy. Lyle Collins has no fear of Aaron Donald whatsoever.
So yeah, pretty much. I think that's probably where it all started.
Lineman beef is real, especially if Joe Burrow was practicing. Oh yeah.
My whole thing is, why are these two teams even scrimmaging against each other? Because this could easily be a Super Bowl rematch.
It's like you don't want to have the Raiders and Niners play each other in preseason.
In practice, bro. Not even preseason.
Because we saw what happened when
preseason.
The Raiders were in Oakland and the Niners were in San Francisco.
Preseason is one thing, but this is fucking practice, bro. We're talking about practice here.
The last day of training camp, and you get to get licks off, especially if we're not playing you this year. Oh yeah, we beat you for a Super Bowl, and we about to whoop your ass in this practice, and I can't be suspended because the season ain't even started yet. And NFLPA is going to have my back.
Yeah, see, that's where I push back, bro. I think he should be suspended because that's a bad look for the league, one. And two, he's essentially the best player in the league coming off a Super Bowl. Got a big contract. Like, bro, come on. This dude
got into a rumpus.
How many training camp? I mean,
a melee, a fracas.
Aaron Donald has sat out, held out at least 2 training camps, probably 3. But now this one out the Super Bowl, you got to be rambunctious,
pugnacious, truculent, disputatious.
I don't know, man. It's like you said, he ain't got Vaughn no more.
Antagonistic.
He ain't got Vaughn no more.
You ain't got Vaughn no more, homie. You on your own. We coming just for you. I remember in high school one time, my coach was like, everybody block Barry. I was like, oh, fuck. So I just purposely cheated inside and shot the A-gap.
Shout out to Michael Brockers, man.
Hey, yo, when somebody says, hey, everybody block such and such on one play, you better shoot the gap. You better not line head up on the guard. Don't be stupid. You shoot the gap, and then you try to hurt somebody. That's how that works. Oh, you going to send 6 guys at me on one play? All right, well, somebody going to get hurt, and I'm gonna get up fighting, and it's all because you couldn't block me all practice. That's how that situation usually works out.
Next one. Take your tangent. Preseason football this year. This week, preseason football wraps up. There's like a 2-week de facto bye week for everyone. So take your tangent on preseason this year.
A bit lackluster.
I'm going to say we just need to get preseason the fuck out of here. Honestly.
Really? Are you sure?
Because at this point, if everyone's going to be doing fucking joint practices anyways, like, that's where all the action is. They're usually free or really cheap. So the actual fans and diehards, people who would take work off of work or who don't work, will pull up and actually get to see their teams warm up and practice and go at various, levels from, drills to full speed, like, just focus on that and fucking skip the preseason because as much as I like the preseason because it gives like 40 guys a chance to maybe make one of the 5 to 10 roster spots and, 10 practice spots, like at the end of the day, it's a bad product to introduce people to, like especially if they're new to the game. Like I went to the game last week, Chargers and Cowboys. And none of the starters played.
How you like that Turpin touchdown, though?
Everyone keeps talking about that, yeah.
He was cold out of TCU.
Yeah, for sure.
Worked out for sure.
And I left at halftime, but the first half was cool.
Why are you always leaving SoFi at halftime? That's pissing me off, bro. First, you left the Raiders.
Twice.
You left the Raiders game at halftime.
I only did that twice.
I feel like you've left SoFi multiple times at halftime. Twice is enough. Twice is too much.
Done that twice.
Twice is too much, bro.
I've been like 7 times now. 8 times.
I'm saying twice is too much.
I've been there like 7, 8 times.
Twice
now.
is still too much.
Anyways,
the Raiders one, you should have just toughed that one out. Honestly,
but nah, there's no way I was gonna tough that one out. I was done. But yeah,
that street meat.
But yeah, so like And shout out to the pastrami fries on my level now. They got pastrami fries. That gave me incredibly disgusting gas for like 1.5 days.
I don't know why you act like pastrami isn't supposed to give you gas.
You're not wrong. But yeah, like, you know, I took my brother with me to the game, and it was like he had a good time, but it's like that's not the fucking what I want to show him at his first NFL game. And even the dude,
it's preseason, bro.
And even the dude next to me, like, he took his fucking son. You know, he's from out here and fucking saved up for a whole damn year to go see a preseason because that's the only time his team is in town. And here he is with his son.
He's a Cowboys fan?
Yeah, there's a lot of Cowboy fans out here.
Man, I have no sympathy in my heart for Cowboys fans.
The point is, it's just not a good product. Like, and I don't think that's how the NFL should be introducing people, especially even if it's at a fire sale price. Like, and mind you, like, it was a good preseason game because you got punt return, you got a kick return, you got pick six. Like, there was a lot of shit going on, but yeah, just not a great experience. Like, if you save up all year, you don't even get to see Zeke for 5 plays. Or
it's the preseason.
Bro,
go to the regular season. You'll see Zeke during the regular season. Zeke played last year.
But that's what I'm saying is that's not an excuse anymore because you're practicing full speed versus other teams already. Like,
so you
3 to 4 days a week.
So you just don't want preseason football anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. Just get.
You're just over the whole process of preseason.
Yeah. Just get the fuck out of here.
That LA Rams game was packed out.
Because guess
since
what?
3 a.m.
Guess what?
The tailgate line was packed out. Century looked like a nightmare.
Guess what?
What?
Those tickets cost the same as regular season.
Here's my thing, right? If you go watch high school football, you pay to get in. Realistically, you understand you're not seeing top shelf quality. Might be a couple guys who go D1.
That's not the same.
It'll be an entertaining game.
That's not the same.
You're paying for food.
That's not the
parking.
Same at all.
It's all the same shit.
That's not the same at all.
It's just a different level.
It's not the same at all.
You're mad at the level of play. I'm like, well,
it's not the same at all. It's not the same at all.
If I saw a high school game, those kids would get mollywopped by these dudes.
It's not the same at all. I would rather go to a fucking red and yellow fucking scrimmage at Lawndale for $20 and pay for a $10
Cardinal red and white
to pay for a $10 Sprite and a hot dog, and at least my fucking money is going to a fucking team
the weight
that
room
needs
they still
it.
don't have.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of paying $100 plus an Uber plus fucking
or $100 on wings
and $20 on fucking beer, instead of spending fucking $300 to see subpar play, I'd rather be a lot closer, a lot more connected, and pay a lot less and see like, at least when I'm going to high school football, like, I know I'm going to see shitty football. Like,
that's fucked up.
Like, 9 times out of 10, if you're going to a high school game, you're going to see, unless you're going to see fucking Centennial versus whoever,
modern day.
You're going to see and even then, you'll probably still see some shitty football. Like,
it happens.
It happens.
I mean, a bunch of those kids probably don't even live near modern day.
All right, next one.
But for real though, so would you pay to see Travis Scott at SoFi? Same prices though.
Yeah.
Even more. Actually, it'd be more expensive.
Probably not, because I've already seen Travis Scott hella times, and I've seen him up close, and I've been in the pit.
Would you pay for?
I've seen Travis Scott at every single level.
Okay, you taking your brother to the pit to see Travis Scott?
If he wanted to, I don't think he would, but yeah, maybe.
I mean,
all right, next one.
Preseason.
My guy, Sammy Watkins, stirred up some controversy in sports media show fodder this week by saying Aaron Rodgers is way better than Patrick Mahomes. And honestly, this quote was kind of taken out of context because I don't even think he meant like better player. I think he just meant like a better leader and like the way he composed himself. But anyways, take your tangent, Sammy Watkins saying Aaron Rodgers is better than Pat Mahomes.
I mean, one dude's been in the league 17 years.
Yeah, I agree with that. Plus, I mean,
I had to sneeze. Sorry.
Plus, I mean, what is he going to say? Like, Sammy Watkins, like, 2 weeks ago they were talking about him getting cut, and then he had like a great practice, and now he's just been slowly building momentum.
By the way, if he gets cut,
but he was hurt. But he was hurt.
If he gets cut, you lose that bet. You owe me.
He was hurt.
I don't give a fuck. You heard what I said.
He battled back.
If he
battled back. Aaron Rodgers believes in him. Aaron Rodgers has already shut him out a couple of times in press conference. I've been watching the Sammy Watkins wire. All right,
you ain't gonna take him in fantasy, liar.
I might sign him as a waiver.
Lying ass.
I might sign him as a waiver, especially if
you'll sign Sammy Watkins as a waiver.
Especially if I take some other players with, who might have to sit out some time.
Will Fuller,
DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, I'm not taking DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
I'm
not touching that.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. Bet y'all
You're
won't.
lying.
I bet y'all won't. I'm fucking
You're lying as fuck.
I'm not.
So if he's sitting there in like the 7th round.
My nephew, I'm not.
If he's sitting there in the 7th round, you're not going to take him.
Shh.
No, that was a long, drawn out no. That was a long, drawn out no.
Okay, I'm not taking him in the first 5 rounds. I'm not taking him in the first 5 rounds. Let's just say that.
All right.
But if he's there at the bottom of the draft, of course I'm going to take him.
He might be.
All I know.
Put someone on a poster today or yesterday.
Walk ball or?
No, in real one-on-ones.
You know what's sick?
He didn't even moss a Titans corner. Like, he just it was disgusting, bro. Like,
it was D'Angelo Hall disgusting?
He just ran around and just caught it with one hand, bro, like effortlessly. And that dude was playing like mad defense. Like, he looked like he was doing a walkthrough. And the DB was going hard. Like, it was bad, bro. And he just caught it one hand and toe tapped for a touchdown. It was just like nothing.
And the Raiders passed on him.
All right.
For DJ Hayden.
T.O. ran a sub 4.5 40 at 48
years old.
48 years old. Take your tangent.
I just want somebody to sign T.O. just so you can score one more touchdown to throw it up in people's faces. He said, bro, I could have played another 7 years after I got cut by the Bills. Y'all kept me from that. Like, Fitzgerald at the end of his career was not good, let's be honest. I think T.O. in Buffalo is better than Fitz like his last 3 years in Arizona. Pretty much a glorified move tight end, bro. He was crackbacking cats. He have it anymore.
Was he that bad?
Go back and look at the stats. Go look at his film. Fitzgerald was done in Arizona like 3 years ago.
Well, he retired like 2 years ago.
He didn't actually retire.
I thought he did.
He didn't. So he might come back for a contender, but he didn't retire. He's not officially retired.
Interesting.
That's what I'm saying. I always thought T.O. is a better player than Larry Fitzgerald was. But Larry Fitzgerald is liked much more. So he'll probably be a first ballot Hall of Famer, which to me is kind of agree with that. If T.O. doesn't get first ballot, then nobody else gets first ballot. That's the rule you have to go. If T.O. didn't get first ballot, you can't give it to Larry Fitzgerald. Sorry. T.O. was colder than Larry Fitzgerald.
All right.
Love Larry Fitzgerald, though. Could have been a Raider.
Brett Favre chimed in on the Jimmy G and Trey Lance situation.
Oh, speaking of which, Kiara Mia. That's the name I was thinking of when you were bringing up BBLs.
But yeah, pretty much Brett Favre said Jimmy G should be starting, not Trey Lance. Take your tangent on Favre weighing in on the 49ers.
It's not really.
Are we tired of hearing about Brett Favre?
Yeah, I was like, who? I don't want to hear from Brett Favre or Ja Rule at a time like this.
Or Ja Rule?
Or Ja Rule. Or
Wait,
Gotti.
who'd you say before that?
I don't want to hear from Brett Favre or fucking
Brett Favre
Ja
is the
Rule
game of the NFL?
at a time like this.
Brett Favre is the game of the NFL.
I mean, he did defraud a bunch of people in Mississippi, so. Favre ever extort anybody?
Probably.
He definitely sent pictures to
Wrangler.
NFL. No, that
Copper.
yeah,
Knee.
the Copperfield. Didn't the former UCLA dude start that?
Probably.
Bruce, what's his face? Light skin bald dude, Bruce Davis. Yeah, it was him.
I believe it.
I remember. 44, I think. Visor. Everybody said he was going to be a top draft pick. Nope. Didn't work out.
All right, moving on. Touchdown or turnover. Hard Knocks with the Detroit Lions. Touchdown or turnover.
Fun fact, I ain't seen not one episode. I just read the reviews from my coworker.
Me neither. I just see the fucking social media memes. I mean, Deuce Staley channeled his inner Doc Rivers giving
Lost
a
his
fucking
voice.
lecture with no voice.
I just want to hear from Jeffrey Okuda.
But yeah, shout out to my homie in Miami. He was like, bro, like that's a red flag. Like if I'm watching Hard Knocks, like you know I'm down bad. Like you know I'm going through some shit. Like you know like there's nothing else on TV in the whole entire world. And like I probably lost my house, my girl, like the end of the world is near if I'm watching Hard Knocks on a fucking Sunday. Like
that's disrespectful.
All right, like honestly,
Hard Knocks ain't that bad.
Honestly, I'd rather watch Hard Knock reruns from like the 2000s.
The Colts one was funny just because they lost to the Raiders.
With the Bengals or the
Hugh Jackson was there, or Chris Presley,
or the Ravens, the 2000 Ravens, or the first Dolphins.
We should go back and watch the Rams one.
The first Dolphins one. Nah,
Is that
Austin
Rams
was
Hard
like a
Knocks
star
one?
of that one. He's like one of the stars of that one.
Who was the star of that one?
Austin Hill.
Austin Hill was not the star of the Rams one.
He was one of the stars of that one.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
He was one of the stars of that one.
You pigeonhole Austin Hill and everything. No, he wasn't.
He was. He was a storyline in that one, yeah.
He play on the Rams?
Yeah. He didn't play on the Rams, but he was a storyline. He was like one of, you know how they always fucking pick players that went undrafted?
I will go back and watch that shit.
He was. I'm telling you, he was, bro. Yeah, look it up.
I don't remember it.
He was.
I'm calling Mandela effect.
Go for it. I'm telling you.
The smoking cocaine like induced the Mandela effect. That's the title.
I'm telling you, bro.
The smoking crack induced the Mandela effect.
I'm telling you, bro. Because remember, his dad was also a Rams player, so that's what the whole storyline was about.
Don't you mean Justin Jefferson? I mean, not Justin Jefferson, but Van Jefferson's father was the receivers coach for the Rams, and he was the storyline on that Rams Hard Knocks.
Van Jefferson wasn't even a Ram back then.
Okay, which Hard Knocks are we talking about? Because
talking about the Jeff Fisher, Jared Goff Hard Knocks.
I thought I forgot all about that one. I only counted the recent one.
Were they on Hard Knocks with Sean McVay? I don't think they were on Hard Knocks.
Yes, they were. Sean McVay was on Hard Knocks.
I don't think
big
he
ass
was,
mansion.
bro.
Yes, he was. This is Mandela effect. Fuck.
Nah, maybe he was on Inside.
No, Google it.
Maybe he was on the Amazon Prime one.
No, it wasn't. That was Arizona Cardinals. I'm telling you, the Rams were on it.
I don't think they were.
Jeff Fisher was on Hard Knocks, but
I don't think they were. But okay, sir.
Bro, I'll Google this shit right now.
Okay,
I'll show you right now.
Okay.
This is the Mandela effect. By the way, is Ezekiel Elliott's career the Mandela effect? An example of the Mandela effect? Because nobody remembers he was the best running back in the league as a rookie.
Yep.
He just looks washed now. People are saying he's washed.
He's not though, but all right.
He's not even on pace for 10,000 yards.
All right.
That's the scary part.
He literally had his worst season is like 900 yards. But
That's not 1,000 though.
His worst season is 900 yards in 15 games.
Isn't it 987 yards?
In 15 games.
I'm just trying to figure out.
And he still got over 1,000 yards from scrimmage. And
what was better?
And he had 10 touchdowns last year.
What was better? The Raiders Hard Knocks or the Detroit Lions Hard Knocks?
Honestly, by the clips, the Detroit Lions Hard Knocks looks better. But also, the Raiders Hard Knocks had a lot of shit going on, bro. Remember the whole
That soundtrack was fire, too.
They basically just fucking They basically just cloud chased Antonio Brown for Hard Knocks and then got him the fuck out of there. Like, that's literally what happened. Like, he made a cameo and then just wasn't on the team.
Wait, no, the Rams and the Chargers were on Hard Knocks at the same time. Remember that? Herbie? G Herbo?
I
J
don't.
Herbo?
I don't, but I do now. Like, I don't remember it, but I remember
My phone's
it
right
happening.
here. You can just scroll down.
Like, I didn't watch it, but I remember it happening.
It's right there.
So that was like 2 years ago only.
2020.
Yeah, that was only like
Pandemic.
2 years ago. Yeah. Makes sense.
Hard Knocks really should have had like a team that didn't want to be on there.
I mean, they did.
Nah, like
The Raiders didn't really want to be on
They
there.
had the Texans a couple times. Nah, the Bills need to be on Hard Knocks. Fuck that. The Bills need to be on Hard Knocks. I want to see
All
people
right.
get put through tables. I'll go to Buffalo just to jump through a table. Real shit. I don't believe y'all invented buffalo wings, but I know like there's a huge black history up there in Buffalo. Shout out to Benny the Butcher, even though Freddie Gibbs said that his dad was a cop, which kind of makes your drug dealing raps suspect, but that's a whole nother story.
Bro,
'Cause Freddie Gibbs stayed
Freddie
getting beat
Gibbs
up.
is like a 50-year-old
Freddie Gibbs
rapper.
Freddie
who
Gibbs is trying
acts
to be
like
the
a
game.
20-yard rapper.
Freddie Gibbs like wishes he could be the game as far as like clout making up shit, but he keep getting beat up by the rappers.
And off bars. All right.
Thank you.
Next one, fantasy
I
football
don't see why
drafts.
everybody thinks Freddie Gibbs is like this great rapper. I just don't see
He's
it.
not bad.
I never saw it.
He's not
Nah,
bad.
cats are swearing by Freddie Gibbs
He's
like
not
he was
bad,
a Mortal
bro.
Technique or some shit.
He's not
And I'm like,
bad.
I don't see it, bro.
He's not bad.
I don't see it.
All right, fantasy football drafts, touchdown and turnover.
I have been in for the past 3 years. I've been in 3 fantasy football championship games, and I've lost
Only
all
one of
3.
them paid.
One of them paid, and I lost all 3. And the one that was paid,
Yeah, you can't even play for money.
no, I can. It just can't be like past a certain cap.
Yeah,
Shut up.
It's not a lot of money.
Yeah, so here's my thing, right?
You can't play for more than a league. You can't play in a league that's more than like $20 or $30, basically.
When I think about it, the fact that had I kept my original lineup, I'd have won the championship
Not
game.
this shit again, bro.
by
Nobody
0.5
cares.
points.
We're talking about fantasy drafts moving forward.
The fact that I
fantasy
had
football drafts. That's
Bro.
moving forward. The new season. No one
How
wants
do
to
you
talk
feel?
about last year.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I just so much riding on this season for me, and personally, like, if I end up drafting really good,
So
and I
you're the
don't make
Bills
the
of
playoffs,
fantasy football.
I really am, and it hurts. It's fucked up.
That's why you want the Bills on Hard Dogs.
The Eagles need to be on Hard Knocks. Shit, y'all won the Super Bowl. You owe it to everybody. You got to be on Hard Knocks now. I want to. I mean, it was funny, Aiden singing Billie Jean, but you know, Lions are dead. How many games do you think the Lions are gonna win?
Honestly, I like the fact that, like, hey, if you're the worst team that has a returning coach, you're on Hard Knocks. Like, that's just the protocol now.
I think the worst in like the middle team. Like if you narrowly miss the playoffs, you got to go on Hard Knocks. Like if you were the first team eliminated from playoff contention and the last team eliminated from playoff contention, you got to go on Hard Knocks. Just schedule it 2 years in advance. It's like the Chargers would have to be on Hard Knocks next year.
All right, so fantasy football drafts. I'll say this, man. The coolest thing I saw with
Stop taking nothing but running backs, assholes.
there's no fucking running backs, bro. What are you supposed to do?
Nah, dudes be like Raul fucking drafted like 8 running backs, you motherfucker.
Because what else are you supposed to do? There's no running backs. Now you got to trade with him.
No, it's fucking scumbaggery. That's why I beat him on the way to the playoffs last year, motherfucker. And Brandon and Jordan.
Well, the crazy thing is there's a good amount of quarterbacks, so it's like you don't have to take a quarterback first to get a good one.
I'll take Lamar in the first 4 picks.
That's high, but
No, like I'm saying in my first 4 rounds, I would take Lamar.
I mean, I would, but you don't have to take him that high either.
You don't really have to take quarterbacks high anymore. That's the good thing.
Well, you never had to, but you only had.
Bro,
You never had to, but you could if you
I
wanted
took
a good
Mahomes
one.
the year he set those records.
If you want a good one, you usually have to take one either first and then, or you just gamble on everything else. But this year,
I'm just sick I didn't take Jamar Chase when I
there's a lot of QB potential. I'll just say this. I think the coolest way of aligning drafts, I think everyone should do 40-yard dashes to pick their draft order.
What?
I think that was cool. I like that idea.
Nah, I think we should play rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, because you don't want the last pick, bro.
Yeah, I'm not. I cheat to win.
You don't want the last
I'll punch
pick.
you in. I'll kick you in the balls, bro. Yeah. If we're running a 40, I shoot out my stance and just go bap. I shoot out my stance and hit you in the thigh.
I like the last pick though.
Is it? I'd rather have a snake draft.
I'd rather have 12 or 11 or 10. I'd rather have 12 or 10 than fucking 9 or 7.
I'm sick that I traded like a second and a fourth round pick and I still missed the playoffs. And I had like the most loaded roster. I like fucking Joe Mixon and AJ Dillon and fucking Gronk and Pitts and Adam Thielen and fucking Stephon Diggs. And I might have had DeAndre Hopkins. And
that team's not that stacked because
stat-wise,
you can only play a couple tight ends and
I had TJ Hawkinson. Yeah, I constantly had tight ends on my bench. I had 3 tight ends and they all gave me like 15 points a week. Shit was stupid. But because the league I played in, they have a rule where like if a block kick is 100 points, and I was like, fuck, just fuck. And then I lost some games I should have won. Injuries happened, and the dude who's won the league 3 times and like didn't make any trades, just rubbed it all in our faces in the group chat. And I'm like, fuck you, bro.
I just want to see someone who got a block kick and still lost.
That was me.
Wait, you got a block kick?
I got a block kick and won. I got a block kick. No, actually, no. I barely won that game. I take that back. I barely won that game. But some dude got a block kick, and I almost beat him.
That's trash. You're ass, bro. You got to quit. You got to trade me your best player.
I had like 177 points, and I lost.
If you get a block kick and I beat you, you got to trade me your best player on GP.
One dude did that.
Like, for real.
One dude did it. His whole team got on IR, so he just gave me Ezekiel Elliott. I was like, thank you. But it was a fair trade because I gave him 2 players.
Next up, LeVar Arrington had a take on Tom Brady's vacation. I didn't hear it. So
pretty much said he was disappointed. He's like, if you're going to be here, you got to be here. That's just not cool for you to just go on vacation to the Bahamas for 2 weeks. Veterans get whole camp to where they can just take days off. Like, you got to be there with your team. Like, so you just setting a bad example for all these high school seniors. Oh, well, I need a mental health period. I need 2 weeks off. I'm the best player on my high school team. So get your ass out there and be with your teammates. Even if you're not practicing, just be out there with them. That's what he's pretty much saying. And in my head, I'm like, I get it that you and him are in the same draft class and he's the only one left. But LeVar.
You only last in the league like 5 years, bro.
7 or 8. And the injury fucked his knee up.
Nah, but he was only like a
high-end
like
player
5
or 6
years. Like those last years with the Giants, no one counts those.
No one counts the Giants. Or
that's
the last year
linebackers going to die. Would you rather be a linebacker on the Giants or a receiver on the Ravens?
Receiver on the Ravens because I could end up being Derek Mason.
So 20 years ago.
Doesn't fucking matter. I could still be Derek Mason. I'd rather take a shot at being Derek Mason.
I'd rather be Anquan Boldin. Oh, yeah, you forgot about that one, huh?
That's the same receiver, though.
I'd rather be Steve Smith.
That's the same receiver. Anquan got the ring, though, but that's the same receiver.
They just
I'd rather be Jacoby Jones. How about that?
They just get the gritty receivers that refuse to lose. That's the only receivers that have a chance in Baltimore.
Will punch you in the mouth?
Those are the only receivers that have a chance.
Yeah.
In Baltimore.
And pretty much. And honestly, but they didn't have Greg Roman as an offensive coordinator, so there's that. But also, if I'm a Giants linebacker, it depends. Because, like, am I Antonio Pierce winning a Super Bowl?
Yeah, but he was done quickly after that, too. And that wasn't even his best years either.
It wasn't. But guess what? He ended up becoming a fucking coach at Long Beach Poly, putting a bunch of dudes in the league. And now he's back in the NFL with the Raiders.
Oh, he's with the Raiders?
Yeah, linebackers coach, I think.
Wasn't he at ASU?
Yeah, as a D coordinator.
And washed
then
out.
Shit hit the fan. I'm saying, man, I'm gonna re-release all that Pac-12 interviews. But hey, remember when
he's
this
from
coach
Paramount?
Okay.
Went to Paramount.
Okay. Went to Arizona too. He's an Arizona Wildcat.
And coached
at Arizona
ASU?
State.
Yeah,
yep.
That's where everything went astray. All right. Next up, Sam Darnold took an L in the QB competition to Baker Mayfield.
I wasn't expecting that.
Touchdown or turnover.
I mean, I was expecting Sam Darnold to lose just because he's not a good NFL quarterback, and Todd, the former Jets coach, ruined him. Like Todd Helton didn't help him, and Adam Gase ruined him. He never had to really be accountable as a quarterback to get better. That's the sucky part. I think if he comes back to USC for his senior year, he might actually get better at some hardcore things. But also, Helton just used him to bail him out of shitty play calling situations. It's kind of sad. I don't think he's ever going to be a starter. Like, where is he going to start?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Houston?
He'll probably be like a 10-year
Trade him
backup.
to Houston?
He'll be a 10-year backup.
He'll be good, like, right at the end of his career. And it's like,
he'll
damn.
win like 6 games randomly for the Dolphins in like 2029.
Or he'll help a team win a Super Bowl, and it's like the best year of his career. He Nick Foles it.
Some shit like that.
That'd be cool if he Nick Foles it. Nick Foles has had a great career.
Great.
Don't forget. I mean, if we're being honest, transfers from Michigan State to Arizona. Legendary Arizona career. Arguably the greatest quarterback in Arizona's school history. Who's better than Nick Foles?
I mean, but they had a shit ton of offensive weapons.
It's the system they ran, but
Back
who's
in
better?
those days.
Who's better? Khalil Tate? Is Khalil Tate better than Nick Foles? He had
probably not.
He had a dynamic career at Arizona. Go back and look up Khalil Tate's career stats.
Yeah, I remember Khalil Tate. What did he do in the league?
He's a receiver. Receiver now.
There you go.
I mean, who's before Austin Hill?
Braxton Miller's a quarterback again.
No, he's a receiver.
I mean, yeah, he's a quarterback again. He was playing quarterback again.
Where?
Forgot. He was in camp somewhere.
Shout out to Josh Johnson. That dude is a legend.
But yeah, before Austin
I'll be like
Hill,
Josh Johnson when I grow up. Town business.
Before Austin Hill was Jerron Griner, but before him they had someone else too. Dark skinned dude.
The Texas transfer?
I don't remember, but he was big as fuck.
It's interesting because they had Willie Tuatama at QB. They had that dude who ran like a 4.3 40 at running back.
Like Kadeem Hunt.
That's before Kadeem Hunt. Chris Johnson, I want to say that was his name. He had the same name as a pro player, but he ran like a 4.3 40.
I don't remember, but that Arizona team was nice in NCAA.
Yeah. What's his face?
All right. And last up, Madden reviews.
The Madden reviews been looking real trash, bro.
I think the worst part is that they kept the NCAA engine the same.
People are saying like they got rid of the frostbite, apparently, because it doesn't translate well with the game. People saying like, yeah, the tackling.
I'm just saying
the tackling is still shitty with like DBs and play recognition. Like if you run a wheel route to a running back, somehow the running back can still catch it and then stiff arm the DB when the DB was 5 yards away from breaking on the ball and the running back was 10 yards away. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah, they fucked up tackling in Madden. I'm not just saying that, but they really did fuck up tackling in Madden. His angles were like, he's not breaking that tackle in real life.
All I'm saying is with NCAA, though,
and corners can't tackle worth shit in Madden.
College football is like a different game. Like the way it's played, the speed. So it's like you can't just take the same thing and just apply it like
to the pros.
You can't just take the pros and apply it to the.
I kind of miss the old Madden interface. The old Madden interface for like the PS2 was kind of cool at times because that shit was realistic with the tackling and the juking.
Nah, that shit was campy too.
No, it was only campy in some spaces, but it's like if I got Ray Lewis on Michael Vick in the backfield, chances are this nigga's not going to spin off and hit an 80-yard touchdown on me every single time he goes back to pass. There's going to be a sack sometimes. It might be a sack fumble. Like,
all right. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The bonus section.
Wait, there's a bonus section?
The section that isn't on the rundown.
I don't know what's about to happen
The
right
shit they should have talked about. Kenneth Frank James Berry.
now. I don't know what this is, and I'm not comfortable. I need an adult.
The NFL 100.
Am I getting heat for this?
Are you gonna
put
address the elephant in the room, or
that fucking Stephon Diggs got a lower rating than his brother?
I'm just saying.
That Herbert probably should be higher?
Why is Odell in the top 100? He's not even in the league.
Odell's so cold that he had to be top 100.
They got Tyron Smith in the 90s.
He's respected.
Yeah, that's kind of corny to me. They got Justin, Super Bowl MVP of our Super Bowl in the 80s.
Jay Herbo.
Mr. 5 picks against Kenny.
Hey, fuck you, bro. You're getting mad and it's way too glitchy.
They got James Conner at number 80.
He has 16 touchdowns and he beat cancer.
Rashawn Slater at 79.
That's fair.
Better than Smith?
He's a rookie and he's young. He's
Demario Davis at 74.
He should be a little bit higher. He's a really good linebacker. Raiders passed on him, by the way.
Cordero Patterson at 73.
He cold.
Quadri Diggs at 72.
He's a pretty good safety.
Pretty good, but 72?
I'm just glad there's
He's
more.
better than Simmons?
I'm glad there
He's
is
better than Simmons.
Simmons is higher, I think.
No, he's lower.
Oh,
I just told you Simmons is in the 80s.
Denver had
Diggs is in the
Denver had a shitty year. My point is,
Here we go.
I'm glad this list has more new names on it instead of regurgitated popularity contests. This name has more new names on it than in recent years.
Sounds kind of politically correct.
The order is whatever you want to do.
Tyrann Mathieu at 70. Cam Jordan at 69. Zach Martin at 68.
He should be higher. But guards don't get no respect.
Derek Carr at 65.
Your boy?
Returns to the top 100 for the first time since 2018.
Your boy. Hunter Info code too, though.
Jalen Waddle at 63. Chandler Jones at 62. Wasn't he one of the top people in sacks last year?
Yeah. He's still old, but he's still making plays.
But at 62?
Hey, bro. Look at the rest of the list. Keep going. Don't just stop on the 60s. It's up until 21. The rest of the top 20 drops this Saturday. Drops on the 28th.
Not that you're PRing it, though, of course.
I'm not PRing anything. It's already been publicly announced.
Yep.
It's public information.
So Max Crosby at 59, above Chandler Jones.
You hating?
Dude who couldn't even 112 total pressures, didn't even turn out double-digit sacks. But okay, didn't even have the most sacks on his team. Shout out to Yannick. But yeah, he's at 6. Kyler fucking Murray looked like the MVP for about 3/4 of the year. Is at 56. Jesus.
He's 5'9", bro. You got to remember that.
Jesus.
He's doing what he did at 5'9".
All I'm hearing is Mr. Defensive here.
Personally, I think Crosby's a little bit overrated.
Alvin Kamara at 50.
Kamara's a problem.
Did he even play last year?
Yeah. If you put Kamara on the Ravens, he'd be fucking over. Kamara's so nice, he's wasting his talent in New Orleans. If we're being
Micah
honest.
Hyde at 50, bro.
He finally
Justin Simmons.
He finally getting his recognition.
Robert Quinn
Those
at
Buffalo
48.
Bills, because he set the Chicago Bears sack record in like year 16.
No, I know. That's good for him.
Robert Quinn been nice. Robert Quinn got kicked off that list way too early.
Your boy, Jordan Poyer at 45. You're telling me Jordan Poyer
It's because they're
is a
two
top
great
50
safety.
player. You're telling me you're going to look me in the eye and tell me Jordan Poyer, if
I don't have
if
them ranked
100
higher than Justin
guys-
Simmons.
If 100 guys are lined up on a line and you're picking a roster, you're telling me you're taking Jordan Poyer in the top 40.
I mean,
Fuck outta here.
Is Derwin James
Fuck
gone?
out of here, bro.
If Derwin James ain't there, then yeah,
Derwin James is only 2 up. And you even said Derwin James is overrated.
I'd put Derwin James at outside linebacker
And
because
you
that's
said
pretty
he's
much what he
overrated.
is. I would just put Derwin James at outside linebacker if we're being honest, for real, for real. You just cover tight ends and blitz off the edge. That's what you're going to do. Take away all this intermediate shit. I'm not having you running 40 yards downfield. I want you taking away everything in front of you.
Justin Herbert at 40. Chris Jones at 39. Joe Mixon at 38.
Joe Mixon should be
DeAndre
high.
Hopkins at 37.
He
Lamar at 36. Ugh.
He's 36. Rest in peace, Teddy Ray.
Bro,
A legend.
unanimous MVP. And Keenan Allen at 35, bro. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's trash. I stopped paying attention in the 30s. The Bosa's are in there.
Nick Chubb at 33. Come on, bro. That's really low. Mark Andrews at 32, bro.
That's fair.
But 32?
He had better numbers than Kelsey last year. They're just not putting Lamar
So
higher.
he's better than Nick Chubb and Lamar Jackson.
Not
Shut the
better than
fuck
Lamar.
up. Shut
Not
up.
better than Lamar.
Shut up, bro.
Lamar
Shut
should
up.
be higher.
The fact that you even entertained that in your thought process without instantly throwing up.
It's probably because of the Don wings I had today.
Pretty much. You should have had wings.
I had barbecue chicken salad for $14 and some fries. And somehow that turned into $90, $100.
Matthew Stafford at 27.
That's bullshit. That's just like
Sounds about.
everybody's been riding his jock.
And in the words of the great Kenneth Berry, sounds about white. R.P. Kenny. R.P. Kenny.
Shut the fuck up, bro. This is not She-Hulk, okay? Don't do me like that. Don't gaslight me.
I don't know, man. All right.
You acting like
Hold on.
you acting like the real Kenny's in a fucking alternate dimension.
He definitely is.
I'm with the TVA. I got
He definitely
pruned.
is. Yeah.
I got pruned, so I'm just here. I'm a Kang variant.
Adjacent.
I'm the variant that keeps Kang from this universe. Nice.
All right. In the top 20, in no particular order, Devontae Adams, Josh Allen, Tom Brady, Myles Garrett, Derrick Henry, Tyreek Hill, J.C. Jackson. I don't know about that one, but okay.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Justin Jefferson, Travis Kelce, Cooper Kupp, Shaquille Leonard, formerly known as Darius Leonard, Patrick Mahomes, Micah Parsons. That's pretty high, but
That's pretty fair.
I mean, I guess.
He played edge rusher and outside linebacker.
Yes.
He was an all-pro at two positions.
He's got to be 20. Can't be
Shit.
higher than 20.
Nah, bro. That much speed and power.
Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Rodgers, Deebo Samuels, Jonathan Taylor, T.J. Watt, Trent Williams. Yeah, so I think the only one I have issue with in the top 20 at least is J.C. Jackson.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean,
I don't think he's better than Hunter Renfro.
I would honestly not put Micah Parsons there, but I'm not mad that he's there.
I mean, I think he's better than both the Bosas.
Is he?
Yeah.
Better than
I'm not just saying that because he's black and they're Trump
Chandler
supporters.
Jones?
I mean, okay. You got to remember, Chandler Jones is like an elite Hall of Fame talent. And he's still an elite player. Didn't he fucking put 5 sacks up against Taylor Lewan last year? Or 6 sacks against Taylor Lewan last year, or the year
Why
before?
you coming at Taylor Lewan? What'd he do?
Because he's been kind of trash lately.
Yeah, low key.
And Madden
He
gave
always
him
did kind of hold.
Madden gave him an 80 fucking overall rating. That's disrespectful. He's like an 88 overall tackle, bro. That's disrespectful.
All right, let's get to the rants. Close it out. You go first.
All right. Shout out to everybody. Love y'all. Again, rest in peace, Teddy Ray. A legend amongst fat dudes. And just a LA legend for like somebody who was only 32. We still don't know how he died. Or whatever. It's fucked up. Also, like, he had depression and shit, and he lived in Gardena. But it's like, he kept out on the low, he did what he had to do. I'm watching, like, all his old interviews and shit, and it's like, damn. All the signs were there. There was no foul play. He didn't commit suicide. It's just like they found him unresponsive in a pool. But, like, how he got there and all that shit. I don't know. And they found him in Riverside. So it's like, I guess fuck Riverside. But yeah, school's starting back up.
Does Riverside suffer from the Mandela effect?
Riverside might be the birthplace of the Mandela effect. All those legends that come out of Riverside, but nobody knows their names. But nah, yeah, man, I'm just happy, grateful, just taking things one day at a time. About to get back on my gym regimen.
Oh, my God. Oh, I said that on the mic. My bad.
Yeah, you did. And this had nothing to do with work. This was just
dude's
like...
already talking in coach speak.
How am I talking in coach speak?
You literally just said, I'm just taking things one day at a time.
I really am, though.
That's the coach speak messaging.
Like, my blood pressure hasn't been raised, like, in 3 weeks. I haven't been, like about something in a while. Like, that's good for me.
No, at the end of the day, we just want to take
when
things
it's all
one
said
day
and
at a
done.
time. We just want to take things one day at a time.
One play at a time, one rep at a time. Just getting better, you know.
That's literally what you just sounded like.
Hey, man, you know, we tie our shoes one lace at a time. Whatever the fuck that means. You don't tie your shoe one lace at a time, you dumb motherfucker. You don't know how to tie your shoes. We can just correct that right now. But yeah.
Kenny's last day. Headline. White guy says cliche. White head coach says cliche.
No, losing head coach cliche. You can't have a winning head coach cliche. That's just corny. But nah, so fuck Dave's Mid Chicken. It's still not open by the Galleria, but there's a black-owned business open in the South Bay Galleria. It's called Neighborhood Coffee Shop or something like that. Black dude owns it, so salute to a black business opening up in the South Bay Galleria.
Going to a coffee
it's right
shop at the mall, but all right.
I mean, there's a Starbucks across the street.
Mall's weird, bro. The mall's like a weird-ass place now. Like, in general, like, any mall is, like, weird.
Yeah.
It's like the people of, like, fringes of society.
It's like
the people who are
they're only
too
there
old.
because of movie theater. It's like family members you don't normally talk to and don't fuck with, but because y'all all got the same similar interests, you meet up there.
It's like people who are too old to shop online, people who are too hip to like shop online, and like just kids trying to get out the house and away from the parents.
Oh yeah, that's what I was. Thank you for triggering that in me. I think. Was it Magic Mountain who said it? Was it Magic Mountain? They're raising up their prices because they're not a daycare center for kids. Bitch, adults ain't got times to go to amusement parks every day. I know, like, everybody who loves Disneyland got y'all confused, but those motherfuckers are miserable. They have to go to Disneyland every day because guess what? Their life is the bane of their fucking existence. And the only time they're happy is at a fucking park with a racist history and shitty workers' rights. Yeah, you're at Disneyland. That's what that is. You probably hate your life a little bit. Shit's probably trash. Grown adults just at an amusement park every day. You ain't even got the bread like that. You don't make over $50K a year. Why are you at Disneyland on an annual pass, my nigga? Like,
why are you watching Hard Knocks at Disneyland?
Yes. You on fucking Splash Mountain depressed.
Watching the Lions.
Trying to get a motivational clip from Dan Campbell. Got your phone wet on Splash Mountain, dog. Just take your ass to Knoxbury Farm. And by the way, they need to stop it with those, like, the chaperone laws, because you know you aim that at black kids and Latino kids. When white kids be causing all the destruction and shit. But y'all got to stop starting fights.
There be some Edgars out there, too, dude.
Y'all got to really stop having fights at it.
We got to get rid of the Edgar cut, bro. We just banned that.
Yes, it's a couple different cuts we got to get rid of. But for real, like, y'all got to stop having fights at amusement parks. People don't like kids nowadays anyway. Y'all gonna fuck it up. You can't go to the park because y'all be acting up there. The amusement park was one place you could go and fuck around, and as long as you weren't too wild, the park wouldn't put rules against you. Now they got rules against teenagers and shit. Y'all better stop playing.
And Disneyland, they were in a fucking hole for 2 years and didn't know how to act.
That is true too, but also like Disneyland really ain't the lick. Y'all gotta stop. Some of y'all only still in a relationship because you go to Disneyland all the time. Y'all ain't fucking like each other. I'm just saying, if you like in a relationship and y'all always go to Disneyland and you ain't ever smashed your girl with the Mickey Mouse ears on her head, y'all don't really love each other.
If
Y'all
she
just-
ain't willing to sit through an episode of Hard Knocks with you,
Does she really love you?
but makes you stand in a 2-hour line for Space Mountain, does she really love you?
And then you can't even get on Space Mountain because it's closed for maintenance. I mean, you could have Netflix and chilled at that point. I could have slid off to a bathroom somewhere.
Watch Inside Training Camp on Amazon.
You could have had some fun.
And went to Knott's Berry Farm.
You could have fucking watched, I don't know, the top 100 reactions on the fucking monorail, chilling.
You could have watched a random Christian football movie at Six Flags.
Bro, you could have like sat up there and really like had a bonding moment with your girl and told her about how traumatized you are from watching Boobie Miles tear his ACL.
You could have binge watched Friday Night Lights and went to mini golf.
You could have watched the other version of Friday Night Lights where they tell you about Dallas Carter and all the black players on that team that went on to the NFL and were doing drugs and hardcore shit. You could have binge watched Blue Mountain State with your girl and fell in love with her all over again. But no, you would have been in the fucking teacup ride. Y'all ain't got no kids. She ain't want kids with you,
You could have
bro.
watched Longest Yard and went to a fucking carnival.
Bro, I wish I would go to Disneyland with a chick. She don't want to have kids with me. I'm on a teacup ride. I'm beating somebody up when I get off this bitch.
This motherfucker gonna be... Yeah.
I wish I would take a girl on a date to Disneyland.
I spent my Christmas bonus. I took Jay and Chelsea to Disneyland, you know.
The fuck I
just
will.
wanted to give him a memory.
The fuck I will.
You know,
We've been to Disneyland.
We
all
all
been
been
to
to Memory,
Disneyland.
man. You know, Zay ain't never been. So,
Nah,
you
my
know,
mom and
we just
my
went.
aunties got that shit on
You
our
know,
system quick.
You
We're
know,
going to Great America.
You know, we just went to Disneyland and just, you know, put one foot in front of the other.
I'd rather go
try to take it one ride at a time. You know, one line at a time.
You can't eat all the cotton candy at once. You can't eat all the cotton candy at once, but you sure can have it all day. You remember it all day? Nah, fuck that. I'm too fat to get on roller coasters right now anyway. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Might take you to a water park. Might take you to the park and just dump a bucket of water on you.
and make you watch Londale's practice on Twitch.
Make you run till your clothes are dry. I used to do it. I made my sister when she was training to run track her senior year. I made her fucking run around the base paths at a Laundry Park for like an hour. I said, "You gonna run till you throw up?" She threw up. I said, "Okay, you can keep running now. You ain't done." She said, "You ain't gonna run with me?" I was like, "Nah, I was actually an accomplished athlete at one point. I don't need to do this." She was like, "But you're not right now." I was like, "Yeah, but you've also never been to a track meet yet, so maybe you should keep running. Shut your ass up." That's why anybody taking you to Disneyland. See, honestly, I think most of the problems in society are caused by people going to Disneyland too much. If most people stopped going to Disneyland as much, there'd be better traffic. The air quality will be better. People would stop.
Might have a picture.
Honestly, and I'm pretty sure, like, the price of funnel cakes is way too fucking high right now. I'm pretty sure, like you told me off air, that chicken wings, like, they're lower than before the pre-pandemic. I'm pretty sure the price of funnel cakes is too fucking high right now, and we need to tap that out. Like, I can make a funnel cake at home, bro. I don't need to spend $16 on a funnel cake. I'm sorry. Like, unless you work at Disney, why the fuck are you working? Why are you at Disneyland all day in Cali? You didn't go to Disney World. You just at Disneyland every fucking day and weekend. It's like when I see chicks on Tinder and all their bios that say they want to hike. Bitch, no, you don't. Y'all lying. Stop. Like, people who always say they want to go hiking, why the fuck you lying, bro? You go to Culver City Stairs, you stay there for an hour, you take a pic, put it on IG, and then you go to fucking some bun me. You go to some bun me spot, or you go to Jamba Juice, motherfucker, because you in line behind me.
That motherfucker.
Over here with a fucking Disneyland backpack on, with a Mickey Mouse water bottle. You don't get the fuck out my face, bro. I'm sick of all you motherfuckers who swear like you love hiking. No, you don't. You just don't. Like that parent that probably promised you something as a kid and never produced it. Stop lying to yourself.
All right, can I rant now?
Yeah, fuck. That got me mad, bro. Disneyland and chicks who say they love hiking on Tinder. No, you fucking don't. Especially if you fat in all your pictures. No, you don't. Just say you don't. Just message me. You want to sit on my face? That's fine. I'm okay with that. I might even go along with it. But don't tell me you want to go. Say you like the beach. Don't fucking lie to me, bro. Like it's insulting. It's like there's a section. I think there's a correlation of chicks who always go to Disneyland and then say they don't want to hook up on Tinder but also love hiking. Bitch, you are not all three of those things at once. You were playing two truths and a lie, and you lied all three times. You don't understand how adulting works, and I'm tired of it. You probably got a 430 credit score.
And you probably watch Hard Knocks.
You probably never used a loofah properly in your life.
Oh, now we're just getting personal. All right.
For real, that shit gets me hot. I'm mad now.
All right, yeah, man. So I feel like this week has finally been like a regular ass week, but not a regular ass week at the same time. Like a lot of shit's been moving and going, but at the same time, like I'm still coming off a whirlwind from last week. Just with coming back from Miami, LA Tech Week, met with a bunch of different founders and people from.
Oh, hey Pete, you were in Miami?
Companies.
We had no idea.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I'll just say that. Like, it was just a crazy ass week. I mean, Miami's cool. It's fun. I like it. Don't get me wrong. It's probably one of the only places on the East Coast that I would live.
How's Mar-a-Lago?
It's just like fucking so sweaty, bro. Like, I just feel like I feel like my hydration levels are just getting to normal. Like, I low-key need an IV after I come from Miami, and not because I'm on a bender, but just because it's always fucking sweaty.
Or because you were on a hike?
Wow. At
to
Disney
prep for
World?
No, you were on a hike to prepare for trekking through Disneyland because the tram broke, so now you got to walk that long ass route.
And because I have T-Mobile, I don't have service to watch Hard Knocks
for 2 days. For 2 days, you gotta walk by Wendy's just to get service.
Shit. No, he's projecting.
You gotta stay on the bus longer just to use the Wi-Fi.
Damn, bro, is that really what happened? You took a bus extra 2 stops and then took an Uber back?
I just rode the bus up and back. It was a long day. I had to put money on my tap card.
All right, well, that's about it for us. This is Touchdowns and Tangents, Thursday night spot for NFL takes, topical tangents. Tap in with us, TDs_tangents, Twitter and Instagram. Shout out to FBC Radio, shout out to X Squad affiliates, shout out to everyone who fucks with us, and your favorite podcast app. Peace.
So to everybody to the people who actually like, don't hike, don't go hiking,
and don't watch Hard Knocks.
Don't go hiking. It's a hard knock. It's a hard knocks. Just don't go hiking.